But if there is a couple of issues, guys, I know someone said there was a little bit of bad quality earlier, but I think it looks okay, again, on my end. So, and again, it was only one guy that said, so if it is kind of bad, please do let me know and I can fix it. Anyways, we jump into this series, and it is in the bottom right corner to start us off. The pink pros player from Team Extreme Supremacy, ladies and gents. It's CoolTea. Turns out map 2 will be Varney Research Station, but that will be after this first game, which is on Echo, InZaNe, green Terran player to the upper left from EC Visualize. One of these players will advance into the finals to play against either Solo, White or Bly. First place of the tournament here today does secure themselves a spot in the HomeStoryCup 11. It's not a paid travel, or it's not paid travel or paid, it's not paid hotel or stay or anything. It's just a chance to play in the tournament. Of course, HomeStoryCup, one of the most well-known StarCraft tournaments, and one of the funnest. There's also, I think it's $20,000 they've got up as their prize pool for the main event. I think it's 10,000 first, 6,500 second, a couple of grand for third and fourth. As we get ready to go into this first game of this TVP. Just waiting to see what's going on and what's going to happen. Pretty standard stuff to begin with, though. It's just going to be that Reaper coming out, and a Gases Expand from our pros player as well. He's already beginning to kind of counter the Reaper, putting that pylon in a position to try and block it from jumping up there. The side count. Just going to finish here, so I mean nothing crazy here to begin with. InZaNe scouting across the map with this SCV, waiting to see what's going to be going on. He's actually going to sit at the natural here for a couple of moments and try and block the block the Nexus from coming down. But there's a pretty fast mothership core and fast Stalker as well. Actually rallied across the map here from CoolTea, so he's actually looking to put a little bit of pressure on straight away. As this Reaper comes across, needs to be careful not to just run straight under this mothership core and take too much damage. This SCV on its way back home now as well, realising that this isn't going to be a super fast expand from his opponent. And you just see that mothership core coming across, so he has to begin reacting to this, and a bunk on the high ground is going to be his way of dealing with it. Of course, there is that issue that his command center is only coming up to halfway done right now, so he needs to find a way to buy himself some time, bring his Reaper across the map too to help out with that. The Stalker actually got left back at home from CoolTea, so yeah, just put down his Nexus. It is just the mothership core coming across here, and so he should just about, there should be plenty to deal with this. I mean, 2 Marines should be able to deal with the mothership core, buy himself enough time at least to finish up the command center. He's got another bunk on the way down as well. There's 2 Marines, 2 more on the way. This first SV may very well go down. The Reaper going to try and maybe serve a couple of shots. So the CC being delayed here. He's just going to try and buy a little bit more time and dance back and forth with the mothership core. Of course, the mothership core is something which CoolTea's not going to let die. So, it's not like he's going to fully commit until death. And okay, finally, these extra moves coming down, and InZaNe will slowly be able to get back into production on his command center. This Reaper is not going to commit in towards the base just yet, but probably will want to very soon have a bit of a look to see what is going on here. And he will jump up. Very quick response from CoolTea to begin trying to deny this. As probes get pulled as well to try and deny it as well, try and kill this off. He will be able to get the kill thanks to some of the health from the probes, and a complete tech switch from CoolTea. Twilight Council gets scouted, cancels it once the Reaper dies, and goes straight into Stargate instead. So going to completely change up the way in which he's going to play this game. Factory on the way here. Mothership core is still on the other side of the map. I'm going to try and pick up another work kill. This actually, okay, so I didn't actually realise this was the way InZaNe was opening. He's actually opened with 2 barracks, which means he's going to go into a very fast stim, very fast medevacs. In fact, he doesn't really have the gas though to go into medevacs just yet, so just gonna add on mine. It's actually a very weird opening from him. A lot of Marines moving across here. 2 Stalkers coming across the map as well. This mothership core not really in a position back at home to defend right now, of course. And so this could be very interesting, especially if he's not paying attention. He might lose. This mothership core is a lot of Marines. He's running right into these Stalkers, have completely missed it. And then he sees the mothership core now. Surely he's going to turn on it. He's not paying enough attention. He really should have got that there. And that's a big mistake for him. That being said, now CoolTea's kind of out in the middle of nowhere with all of his units. I mean, his Stalkers should be able to catch up and start, get back in here in time. The Mothership Corps won't be able to drop the Photon Overcharge immediately, though, I don't think. And InZaNe, what's he going to do? Where's he going to head with these Marines? He's going to start heading in towards the natural. These Stalkers starting to come in from behind. And third Stalker as well, so he's a little bit sandwiched here. He's just going to head towards the middle line. He's just going to pick off as many workers as he can, too. And now a third going down as well. And going to pick off a fourth, too. And now a couple more. 5. And it's actually turned out pretty well in the end. So 5 kills from InZaNe. Some nice little bit of damage done here initially. Again, if he picked off that Mothership Core, that would have been great. Get rid of a lot of the energy there. He might not have killed it, but even if he just kind of got rid of a Time Orb, that would have been really nice. Waste a little bit of the energy here early on. This Oracle's not paying enough attention to it. That is, just going to avoid the mine actually. I thought it was just going to go down. He's actually preparing for Blink here with all of these bunkers, when in reality it's actually been an Oracle built from CoolTea, because again he swapped from that Twilight Council into the Stargate and is working very effectively so far, as his opponent completely unprepared to deal with the Stargate. And I mean, now he cancels the bunkers, which is of course the right decision, because there's nothing he's going to want to really do with bunkers. He's just going to replace his Widow Mines here and there to try and keep himself defended, as he's got 3 bunkers at the front to try and defend from, again, Blink, but it's actually just going to be the Oracle coming forwards here. Picks up a few more kills, and that's 9 kills in total now across 2 Oracles. And of course both the Oracles still healthy and alive to come in for more kills a little bit later on. So this Oracle just going to back off here for now and escape. Just hang back for a little bit. These 2 Oracles a little bit sure. And in fact, is that 3rd Oracle? Wow, it's a real commitment to the Oracles here from CoolTea. We're really going to look to try and get some damage done. This is actually a little bit interesting, as we see a turret finishing up for InZaNe. Turret finishes up from here, and these Oracles are going to be getting in towards the mineral line here. Getting turned around though by that missile turret. So not really much they can find to do, and I mean it's a big commitment. 3 Oracles. It's a lot of them, and how many Marines are here? I mean, could he engage these Marines? Well, no, not if he takes some damage like this initially. Just drops that Revelation. The Observer will be able to keep moving forward here. And InZaNe, does he spot that? It is visible on the map. I think he has seen this, but I don't think he has the energy to scan. What's he got? 40 and 44. So yeah, he didn't really have the energy to scan immediately, and so I'm not going to pick off that Observer just yet. These Oracles still moving around the map, as we actually see some Stalkers and Zealots moving into the middle. It's a very weird play from CoolTea to move out into the center of the map while he has not really got any ground units. He's just got these Oracles while he's tackling into Colossi, into upgrades behind this. It's not the usual time you want to see a Protoss player being aggressive at all, so very brave of him to move out into the center of the map. Moving forward, so he's going to be able to pick off a Marine, these Stalkers cleaning that up. A couple of Medivacs on the way across the map. Again, these 3 Oracles, very intrigued to see if they can really achieve anything here. They're not really in a position to help defend. First Colossus out though, so there's not really much which InZaNe can do in terms of pushing up this ramp. He comes in over towards this 3rd base, going to see that that isn't there, and so he is actually going to move towards the natural, but I mean, he does have 2 Medivacs. He has enough Medivacs where he can just lift up pretty much everything here. Time Warp kind of misses though. That was a nice try from InZaNe. He gets a couple of shots on the Colossi, but it was pulled back soon enough by CoolTea, as these Widow Mines, these Oracles go very close to a Widow Mine here, and we're going to start picking off some workers. There is actually a Widow Mine behind that one of those refineries, so one of the Oracles does go down. Picks off 6 workers in total, takes a little bit damage on the other Oracles. Just has to escape for now, not really too much else to do. +2 on the way. The upgrade advantage already starting to build up here for the Protoss players. We do so often see. This is nice from InZaNe though. He's actually going to find this probe across the map, and he's going to force a cancel on that power, and he should be able to catch that probe, stop it from escaping. He's going to stem forwards with just 1 Marine to keep track of it. The rest of the army moving out here as well, and he's going to stem that Marine once again. Probe's actually going to make it away. He knows where it is. He sees it. And he's going to find it once more. And again, he sees that pylons are trying to be made here. This is one big attack which CoolTea is building up towards right now. Probe stays alive, and so the pylons will continue to come down. Nice catch. 2 Oracles will fall. Oh, just actually only getting 1. The second one just staying alive. InZaNe, is he really ready to deal with this attack? I mean, 2 Colossi. He's going to be, well, not really down in upgrades just yet. It's going to be a while before them. But oh, this isn't a fight he wants to take just yet. He loses a lot of Marines here initially. A nice blink forwards here is going to do a lot. And in fact, this 5th base, no defense over here, so 6 more workers go down. And CoolTea really putting on the pressure right now, and has the potential to keep moving forward again if he would like to. And InZaNe again losing workers to this one single Oracle here. Cancels his turret. Oracle moves away though, keeps itself alive, and InZaNe down in supply right now. He's really kind of lost so many workers at this point. and he doesn't have any Vikings to deal with this, and again, he's in a bad position simply because, I mean, you should never really allow the cross player to feel comfortable enough to just move across the map, but that's exactly what's happening here. The Widow Mine's going to do a little bit of damage, but is it really going to be enough? I don't think so. The SCVs are being pulled, but it's too late. So much of the army on the third base is already going down. A few units coming in from behind. A third Colossus coming across the map to help out as well. A couple of Widow Mines burrow, but I think Blink is on the map, and so he just avoids the majority of the damage from there as well. Played is called. A lot of SCVs taken down during that, and CoolTea. We jump into our game and we introduce our players. So, to the north side of the map, our pink pros player from Team Extreme Supremacy, ladies and gents. It is CoolTea. And down to the south side, our green Terran player from EC Visualize. It's InZaNe. So a little bit of a streamer issue here. InZaNe just going to be straight up and honest. CoolTea going to be proxy gating. We saw this a little bit earlier on. Our first game of the day, remember? If it was Pylos against Tornado Tom, was it? That was a bit of a crazy game, bit of a weird game, and of course it was just the first game we jumped into. So it'll be intriguing to see how it goes this time around when we've got CoolTea doing it against InZaNe. I think it's fair to say both players are stronger than their counterparts of the TVP we saw earlier with a proxy gateway. Probe coming into the main base, and of course he will pop a pylon down in here. He's going to take a gas as well, and he'll build a cyber core in his main base too, and slowly build up towards, well, essentially it's going to be 2 Zealots and a Stalker. Now we do have an SCV moving across the map for InZaNe. He's going to come across and look to see what's going on. Look to see if anything is happening. This barracks is finishing up, and we do just see that InZaNe is heading in towards that Reaper once again. The way the Reaper's rallied right now is that he will run into the gateway pretty quickly here, but the first Zealot already on the way, and once he sees this InZaNe, well, he sees it right now, he's going to know he needs to try and get a bunker up here ASAP at his wall. So an SCV coming forwards here, and going to start mining a little bit. Where's this first Zealot? Actually going to start trading here with these SCVs, as we have 3 kills on the Zealot already. And we're going to continue here, and we'll actually be able to pick this off. Another SCV goes down, so that's 4 kills so far, but again, the wall off is up, which is one of the most important things about this. And another SCV goes down, so that's 5 workers killed, so good damage done already by CoolTea here. Of course, the real issue being that if a Reaper finds an opportunity to move across the map, it will be able to get quite a bit of damage done, and that should be what he does right now. There's no reason not to, really. I mean, he's got his bunker up at the front, he's got a Marine inside of it, so he's got plenty to defend. And this Reaper will head across the map to try and do some damage, but a Mothership Core on the way, and CoolTea takes a little bit of an advantage at this point in the game, I would say. I mean, he's 18 workers to 13. That's pretty nice. Factory on the way now, down now for InZaNe. Because of the lack of workers, InZaNe can't really afford his expansion just yet either. Mothership Core pops out, and CoolTea very well prepared, and I mean, he knows that this Reaper's coming across, so he doesn't just chase this SCV out or anything. InZaNe, though, will get that engineering bay down, which is actually going to be very frustrating to deal with, because with only a Mothership Core, it's going to be taking him a long time to kill that off. So this is actually really nice here from InZaNe. It's actually really, really nice getting that SCV in here, especially on Varney, such a awkward map to engineering bay block on, because of course you have to go through your opponent's main base. But he's going to get this working. Did you see the Stalker cancelled? There is a Stalker out on the map. Where is it? It is just heading back home. Okay. It seems like it took a long time for the Stalker to come out here. Did it poke up the ramp or anything? I don't think it did. Either way, Zealot and Stalker coming back home, and this engineering bay has a lot of hit points on it, so it's going to take a while to clean out. Of course, I mean, InZaNe sees there's double gas taken for CoolTea, so he knows the chance of some kind of tech follow-up here is very likely. Coming back in and just continue to try and be annoying, pick off a probe or two, and he's actually going to grab one. Of course, any probe he can grab is good work, because at this point, it's at this point it is damage which he is trying to make up for. I mean, of course, he's lost 6 workers now, and his opponent's only just lost 1. But any little bit of damage is going to be nice. You actually see a Hellion follow up here. 3 Marines in this first Hellion going to start working their way against this pylon. Another Stalker is about to pop out here. It will just head home, it seems. Might try and control a little bit. Ooh, he's not paying attention to this. And with the combination of the Reaper and the Hellion, I think he should be able to chase this down, and he should be able to kill this off. I'm surprised he doesn't leave the Marines just on the pylon. Then I'm going to turn around. That's nice. Nice pick off there. Although, I mean, he did take a lot of damage on the Hellion, which means it's going to be a little bit easier to kill off there for CoolTea when he does, when these Hellion drops, when Hellion does try and run in and do some damage. CoolTea will drop his Nexus now. And, well, Reaper and Hellion at the front. Just going to be moving up here in a few minutes' time. Hello, you guys asking what the delay is meant to be. It's a 3-minute delay on the stream. So, it's not a huge delay. It's pretty standard. I mean, it's WCS level delay. I mean, usually I stream with 2 minutes delay for kind of my tournaments and the Team League matches and stuff. But I think 3 minutes is pretty reasonable for a pretty... I mean, 3 minutes is pretty reasonable. No one ever really disputes that. As we have these units moving across the map here, and InZaNe getting ready to come up and to get some damage done. The Oracle is well on the way, 75% of the way done, gonna come out of this Stargate in a few moments' time and head around this right-hand side. And try and keep itself hidden. I mean, that's something which InZaNe hasn't really been able to spot for himself yet, that Stargate, as there is a lot of energy on this mothership core. But look at this, these units coming in towards the main base, and this is kind of interesting because, I mean, he's kind of actually out of range of the throne overcharge, or he could at least move down to the natural where he's not going to be in range of the throne overcharge. This Widowmine is actually going to keep moving forwards here. He's really desperate to pick off something. He tried to get that mothership core. Nice play by the Phoenix, going to pick up that Widowmine. And that's really, really nice as the Oracle is coming in back at home. I think InZaNe, I liked what he was trying to do here initially, but I just don't think he's really... what he was trying to do was nice, but I think he took a little bit too long to actually move in and to do damage, and he didn't actually get anything done. And so now he has his natural command center delayed. He loses absolutely everything over here, and he doesn't actually kill anything. He kills what, like a Zealot and a Stalker or something? He's actually just picked off that Oracle thanks to the Widowmine. But he's behind right now. 22 SCVs to 36 probes. His natural is not finished, which means no mule just yet. And, well. CoolTea just sat here with a Phoenix. CoolTea's actually, I mean, he really is in a good position right now. I mean, if he didn't lose the Oracle, even better, because he continued to try and grab kills here and there, although I guess it's probably inevitable he'll die to one of these mines, which are kind of sneakily hidden around the Terran's base. I mean, even as an observer, I kind of have issues trying to find them all. Oh, there's only one out, that's why I can't see it. The Phoenix does avoid that mine, though, and is able to move away. This gateway was morphing into a warp gate when it got taken down. A lot of sentries coming in here for... CoolTea. I mean, he's just got on a +1 attack, so I imagine he's going to go very quickly into Colossi as CoolTea asks for a pause. Hello, Amontadillo. How are you doing? The pause was less than 120 seconds. I mean, I think it was InZaNe who paused. It was InZaNe who was asking for the pause. And, of course, he wasn't the one proxy gating, so he just wanted to make sure everything was in order. CoolTea resumes the game here, and we are back into this. Marines, a couple of Marauders, going to slowly work down on this gateway, and that will be taken down here. I mean, obviously, CoolTea expecting to lose this at some point, so that's not really much of a shock to him. Second Forge at Twilight, ooh, interesting, no Robobase, so I guess, I mean, the Robobase is what I was expecting. I didn't expect him to actually put down a second Forge. Twilight, I suppose, makes sense with the second Forge, so he can continue his upgrades, and I guess Blink is going to be very effective as well. Again, CoolTea up 15, 16 workers right now, puts him into a very, very strong position in terms of his economy right now. What's the income looking like? Fairly even, I guess. I mean, it does depend when mules expire, etc. It is okay, fairly even right now, really, in terms of the economy. I guess, though, you've got to remember there's a lot more gas mining for CoolTea right now. So the minerals are fairly even, but the gas is actually skyrocketing for CoolTea in comparison. He's on like a 250 gas extra per minute here, so he really is in a nice little spot at this point in time. As well, I mean, InZaNe's going to try and make something happen. Coming up this ramp, putting the Widowmine into position here. He's just going to run by, and he's going to, try kill the Twilight Council. I mean, he's going to turn around and start fighting the army, but he's going to go kill what? Whoa, the Widowmine actually picks off all the sentries. This turned around very quickly because of that Widowmine, killing off a lot of the sentries there. And, wow, that was actually quite a nice bait. I don't think, I mean, CoolTea didn't have the vision on the ramp initially. We can't really show it right now because of the fact he's got stalkers running around, but he didn't really initially have vision on that ramp, and now he, now he has it because of that gateway. But before, he had no idea that Widowmine was burrowing there, so losing those sentries is a bit of a shocker. And actually, I mean, to be fair, that's a big pick-off, because that's like a lot of gas which has been invested into the sentries. It's gas which, he didn't just make sentries for fun. He clearly wanted them as part of this, and now he has to make a decision. Does he spend his gas remaking those sentries, which he clearly wanted, and now they're going to have less energy on them? Or does he just skip them and hope he's going to be okay without them? I think he just skips them here. I don't think he goes back into them. I think if he goes back into them, he just wastes a little bit too much time, honestly, as this probe for CoolTea going to be moving down the left-hand side of the map and just setting up a couple of pylons here and there. And again, might decide to get aggressive shortly. I mean, again, without sentries, it's very risky to move out onto the map. Can't force field your opponent away. Another wave of units coming across here for InZaNe, who is again, I really felt like he was a bit of a disadvantage earlier on, but that pickoff was huge. As the resources lost are now very, very even. I imagine he has first 2 medevacts out. Yes, he does. Whereabouts are those chilling out? Okay, so one of them's actually trying to drop over towards the right side. CoolTea not paying attention. Oh, he just gets his Phoenix away in time. He's not going to be baited into the Widowmine there. So just one medevac with the army to the left side. He scans, he sees what this army is looking like for his opponent. And what does he decide to do? He could drop into the main. I mean, 4 overcharges available to help defend, and only 2 medevacs of units in the main base might not be enough to really justify going for that. His Widowmine is going to get picked up. He's going to go into the odds. Well, he's going to try and do something. He picks off a Stalker there, actually, which is kind of cute. But, yeah, kind of weird, because again, InZaNe's got his third base coming up so much later than the Pros player's third base. And that's generally not a good thing, as we do see these Widowmines. They're going to burrow. One of them will get picked off, and the other one targeted down very quickly, in fact. So, very nice defense by CoolTea as, whoa, stim forward from InZaNe. And he picks off one Colossi, but he loses a fair few units behind this as well at the same time. These units just trying to retreat here for InZaNe, trying to get away. CoolTea going to be quite content with what he did to achieve there, I think. He's going to be quite happy. I mean, lost a Colossus, sure, but he killed off what looked like to be quite a little bit of bio. So, and of course, he's defended against that Widowmine drop as well. A few Zealots coming in to check the third base, but it's not here yet. So, I mean, CoolTea's going to be even happier knowing his third base is up well in advance of the Terran players. And these Zealots will be dealt with. A couple of medevacs actually loading up the units here. And they'll start boosting across the map. Something CoolTea will see. InZaNe still has an army out in the center here. Something he can try and make work, but again, it's going to be difficult as the Colossi count continues to rise. Upgrades continue to stream in from CoolTea as well. Off of that double forge, Corona boosting away there as well. And Corona boosting away there. Sorry, I had to tap there for a moment because I thought my Skype had gone off D&D. But it hadn't yet. It was still showing people logging in the bottom right. Really weird. And InZaNe is just not paying attention to his army in the center here. And with only one medevac, he can't really retreat. And with that being killed, now he really can't retreat. A drop goes off into the natural. He's just going to try and do whatever damage he can here. He's going to lose the medevac's nice target firing from the throw and overcharge. Picks up a Marauder as well, which is going to keep this in throw and overcharge range. And again, CoolTea now finding an opportunity to move across the map. It seems 2 medevacs are over here. They will drop into the third base shortly. A few units are doing a little bit of damage in the main, but it's not enough to really be that scary, and I think Warpins are just going to be, yeah, I think Warpins are just going to be a little bit too much here for this army to really do anything. And 3 Colossi, a little bit of army is going to stim down for InZaNe, but I don't think it's going to be enough. These couple of Widowmines are going to go off, and it's still not going to be enough though. This third base has been ransacked, so many workers going down. And CoolTea has way too much over here. And InZaNe, happy faces, as he's just trying to bait into Widowmines, hope for something. I mean, the Widowmine shots are nice, they're really softening up the Azards, but is there really a way he can clean this up? I don't think so. I mean, he's got a... Okay, he actually only has mines over in this other side map, so he really doesn't have anything going for him anymore. And this looks as though it will be game here. In a couple moments' time, the Colossi just firing down onto these units, slowly but surely cleaning up everything. InZaNe, what's he up to right now? He's just watching his army. Sitting around. Very well played, dude. And he'll tap out of the game. CoolTea moves into the finals. One map